A storm is coming as the Thunder roll into Dallas as the Mavericks look to snap their 7-game home losing streak. We'll get you ready for tonight's game coming up next on the DLLS Mavs pregame show. What's up? It's the DLLS Mavs pregame show live in our downtown Dallas DLLS Sports Studios. Kevin Gray alongside our DLLS Mavs analyst Bobby Curlo. We, of course, are DLLS Mavs, your favorite guys, covering your favorite team as they try to snap their 7-game home losing streak. They take on the West's best Oklahoma City Thunder tonight at the American Airlines Center. We'll get you ready for tonight's game over the course of the next half hour. Let you know who's in, who's out, and also talk to our DLLS Mavs beat writer Ron Harrod Jr. live from the AAC on this sensational Sunday evening. Bobby Curlo, what's going on?
Man, I had a great weekend.
Oh, good.
I guess Saturday. Friday was here. It was great, but it was working. We were working.
Yeah, we were working.
But Saturday, oh my God, it was amazing. Sunday, really, really good. Just a nice, solid weekend, and I'm ready for some high-level basketball action.
I don't know about the high-level basketball part, but I'm glad you had a great Saturday.
Oh, did you?
I did have a really good Saturday. It was chores weekend. I had to go to the grocery store, run some errands, that type of thing. Got another good workout in. So,
nice.
Things are looking good for the weekend.
Chat, what was the highlight of your weekend? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I watched a little bit of the NFL Combine, the whole underwear Olympics, for the NFL time of the year. That was kind of fun. But I don't really watch the NFL Combine as much as I used to anymore. I just can't get into it the way I used to. It's not as interesting as it used to be. But
I don't know if I've ever watched the Combine in my life.
You never watched a single
Nope.
solitary second of the NFL Combine?
Absolutely
ever.
Not. Nope.
You would marvel at some of the athletes that are there.
I've seen clips, but
yeah.
It's like, I'm just not, I don't know.
As a football knower, I'm surprised that you don't.
I'm not. I don't know anything about football. I don't know anything about football.
Wait till the calendar turns to September. We'll check back in.
It's a problem. I have a problem.
I'm saying, do you find some level of relief when football season's over with that you don't have to manage all 15 of your fantasy football league?
But it's kind of like now that it's the last time I talked to my dad, actually, we talked about that. He just said, I don't even check the app right now. It's so far out of my mind.
Yeah.
It's I don't even remember the players on my team right now because I haven't looked at it in 3 months, 2 months, something like that.
I'm sure you'll lock back in late July when training camp
I will.
begins.
It's going to be a problem. Well, we got the draft coming up, dude. I'm going to be locked in.
We do have the draft coming up in April.
Yeah.
We do have that coming up. Shout out to Luke Burnham in the chat. Good day, boys. Listening from LAX airport, getting ready to head back home. Well, hopefully you had yourself a hell of a time.
Safe trip.
Yeah, I saw some of the pictures that you.
Oh, they won by a point?
Yeah,
Close
they
match.
did.
Close
yeah,
match.
they got it done. Yeah. He was actually on television too. If you saw him on TV, he was on television.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So shout out to Luke. Hope you had a good time in Las Vegas. Let's get you ready for tonight's game as the Mavericks take on the West leading Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and company roll into tonight's game. Checks notes. That's right. 46-15 on the season. 21-8 away from OKC so far this year. Mavericks team, of course, 21-38 on the year. 14-18 at the AAC with tip-off at 7 p.m. Game number 60 on the season, boys and girls. You can watch the game locally on KFAA Channel 29 or on Mavs TV if you're out of market as well. And for tonight's game, would you like to take a crack at the over-under for tonight's game, Bobby Curlo?
194.5.
No. The over-under is 235.5.
Oh, my God. That seems way too high.
Seems like, maybe the
This
Thunder.
is not advice, but that seems way too high.
Well, the prediction would be that the Thunder would probably score a whole lot of those 135 points relative to the Mavericks. Would you like to take a crack at the point spread for tonight?
Was it updated? Or when did you see the spread?
I locked in right before we.
Okay, I'll say 16.5.
16.5. Yeah.
Now, the other day I said 17.5 is what I
Which
thought.
would it?
I am wrong.
No, well, you would have been right earlier today because
really?
it locked in. It started off at 17.5.
Wow.
Yeah, and then wound up going down to 16.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're pretty much dead on the entire weekend. Luke lets us know that the Grizzlies are going on to win today's game. Yes, the Bulls won as well. They had a 27-0 run to beat the Milwaukee Bucks today. So there you go.
The Grizzlies, they won a game again?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's not fake news? Hang on.
I'm
Hang on, I'm pulling it up.
Who they play today? I don't even know that they even played today, honestly.
The Grizzlies, okay. Well, I mean, the fact is they won. They took down the mighty Pacers, but they did win.
Oh, okay.
125-106. They went BTA in Indy. Wow, that is actually huge for the Mavs, dude. That's huge. And the Pelicans finished off their baseball series sweep of the Jazz last night as well. So the Pelicans are up to 19 wins now. They're closing in. They're closing in.
I wonder what the rest of their schedule looks like because I'm interested to see what.
Well, they play tonight. They're at the Clippers. So that's gonna be a tough one.
Oh, they play, huh?
Pelicans back to back.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. So, and the Clippers still trying to lock in a play-in spot.
Yeah, that is gonna be a tough one for New Orleans, but I believe in them.
We will see. When is Kawhi back for them? Kawhi's been out with an ankle injury.
Who can say?
Who knows? Galka just says OKC plus 23. Almost.
Plus 23. I would smash that. I would bet my life on OKC plus 23.
How high are you willing to go?
Well, if OKC's getting 23 points, I will take out all of the money I've ever made in my life and give it to you for plus 23, and I'll double that in about 3 hours. But if it was like even 16.5, I mean, these are the Mavs we're talking about. They turned every game into a clutch game,
except when they played the Thunder this year.
Yeah. Well, no, they play. Remember the first one? D'Lo took that ill-advised 3 to tie it. That was right at the beginning of the year.
About the second game, yeah, that's true.
I get really nervous about lines that are that big because, like, what if OKC's up 24 with 9 minutes left and they sit?
Oh man, it could be some bad beats coming toward the end of the game.
You just never know. You never know
if someone like Ryan Nembhard goes off for like 30 and gets like 15 of them in garbage time or something like that. The Mavericks come into tonight 21-38. They are 12th in the Western Conference. They sit 6.5 games behind the Clippers for the 10th seed and final play-in spot, of course, in the Western Conference, coming off their second straight loss on Friday night to said Memphis Grizzlies, where they lost 124-105 to Memphis. Overall, Dallas 2-8 in their last 10 games. So check this out. They're 0-7 in their last 7 home games. They haven't won a home game since they beat Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors back on January 22nd. So it's been well over a month since the last time the Mavericks won a home game at the AAC. 9-23 against teams above 500 so far this year, and 11-28 against the West. Of course, the Mavericks finish up their 3-game homestand tonight before they head on the road for 6 consecutive games starting on Tuesday when they take on Con Knipple and the Charlotte Hornets. Meanwhile, you know about the Oklahoma City Thunder, the number 1 team in the Western Conference, a whopping 31 games over 500, 2.5 games clear of the San Antonio Spurs, who lost today on the road to the New York Knicks, snapping their 11-game winning streak for San Antonio. The Oklahoma City Thunder coming off an overtime win at home on Friday night over the Denver Nuggets, 127-121. Denver lost today at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Really good win for Minnesota today on the road. Overall, the Thunder have won 4 out of their last 5 games and are 64 in their last 10 games overall, 3-1 in their last 4 away from Oklahoma City. 26-4 against teams below 500 so far this year. And checks notes, 33-9 against the Western Conference so far this year. They begin a 3-game road trip tonight with Dallas that continues on Tuesday when they take on the Chicago Bulls. What kind of tank knowledge are we going to get tonight, Bobby?
Well, as you all know, it's starting to get a little warmer outside.
It was over 80 degrees last couple days.
Yeah, it's been touching 80, and I wouldn't say that's quite swimming weather, but we're, a month and a half away from whenever you can start getting your trunks in order. And really, we're 2 months away from pool season starting in earnest, and you can never get too far ahead here. You got to prep, okay? You got to prepare. Now, before we can look forward, though, we got to look back. We're going way back in time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we call them swimming pools now. We didn't used to always call them swimming pools. We used to call them swimming tanks swim tanks. That was the parlance of the time. Think around the 1920s. hey, you want to go to the swim tank? Let's go. Hey, yeah. Now,
please mark that. Thank you.
In those days, we were a much more puritanical society. Okay, we didn't want people to show too much skin. All right, so you had to, even the men, obviously it was the case for the women, as we all know, and in some places still is, but for men as well at the time, you had to cover like your whole chest area. Like you couldn't go just with trunks on or just with the Speedo on or whatever. You had to cover up everything. And as time went on, obviously that changed. But back in the day, if you look at a photo of people in the 1912 or 1919 or whatever, either in a swim tank or in the lake or on the ocean or whatever, they kind of all look the same from a distance. Usually you had your head covered up, and then you got the kind of your bathing suit on, your trunks on and everything. Now, what were those things called? Today we call it a swimsuit or a bathing suit. Back then it was kind of the same thing. But because you frequently wore them to a pool or otherwise a tank, that's how it became known as a tank suit. And the shirt portion of the tank suit became known as a tank top. And so that is why nowadays, whenever you wear a sleeveless, kind of shirt on top, it's known as a tank top because it is designed after the bathing suits worn by our ancestors back in the day. Isn't that nice?
I did not know that.
Me neither.
Did you look that up?
Did a little research today.
Oh, you did a little research today. That's going to become my favorite portion, my favorite bit, actually, to say as the final 20 games of the season rolls on, is what kind of tank knowledge you're going to come up with for our
I'm running out.
So you're already running out.
If y'all know any stuff about tanks, send me some Wikipedia links.
Not sure what Matt Riccardi is going to discuss on Mavs TV tonight. It was announced earlier today by Dana Larson of Mavs TV that Matt Riccardi, the co-interim GM of the Mavericks, will be joining the Mavericks television broadcast tonight. So interested to hear what he has to say as we have now entered the final 6 weeks of the season, boys and girls, which means it is the stretch run of the NBA season. Your Dallas Mavericks has the second most difficult schedule to end the season. The only team with a more difficult schedule to end the final 6 weeks of the year are the Denver Nuggets, and they got a little taste of that today when they took on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And a team, of course, in Dallas with 23 games remaining, only 8 of those will be taking place at the American Airlines Center, which means this team will spend a lot of time on the road. In fact, 15 of their final 23 games of the season will be away from the American Airlines Center. So only 8 opportunities after tonight to see the Mavericks at the AAC. The question will be, Bobby Carell, as we have been discussing plenty over the last, what feels like several weeks at this point, how many losses the Mavs are about to stack up here in the final 6 weeks?
I mean, it could be a lot. We've been keeping an eye on the remaining strength of schedule for a while now, and the Mavs are now only percentage points behind the Nuggets for the toughest remaining strength of schedule in the league. Now, the Nuggets are clear number one right now because they play the Thunder twice and the Spurs 3 more times. Yeah. That is a lot of tough games down the stretch. They have their average opponent win percentage is .540. Okay. The Mavs' average opponent win percentage for the rest of the year is .537. So that's just right behind the Nuggets. Now, I suspect after tonight, because they'll play the Thunder, obviously, who have a really good record, the Mavs might fall below Memphis, for example, and maybe even close to Minnesota in 4th place. But the Mavs have a really tough strength of schedule. They play the Spurs once. They play the Celtics in Boston. They play the Wolves still. They play the Cavs twice more. They play the Nuggets. The Nuggets are getting healthy. And even some of their easy games, they play 2 games against the Clippers. They play a game against the Blazers. And those are play-in teams for what that's worth, despite having losing records. And so, I mean, it's a really, really tough schedule, man. I'm not sure how many games they're going to win.
It's going to be a tough road over the last 6 weeks of the regular season, as a lot of teams, of course, getting ready for playoff positioning. Other teams trying to do what they can to get themselves in draft prioritization positioning mode over the final several weeks of the year. The Mavericks going to be included in one of those teams. The Mavericks and Thunder are playing their final regular season matchup of the year tonight. The last time these two teams got together on what was way back on December 5th in Oklahoma City, the Thunder got a 132-111 win where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, check this out, scored 33 points in 3 quarters. He didn't play the final 12 minutes of that game. Do you remember what was notable about that December 5th game?
We did a watch along.
We did do a watch along that day. Do you remember what happened during that game? And who particularly played his worst game ever as a Maverick?
I have no idea. Oh, was it AD?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He started off like 0 for 12 or something, right?
He wound up finishing the game with 2 points.
Okay.
And went, I think, like one of. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they were spamming touches to him at the end.
That's right. To try to give him the 2 points. Yeah. That's right.
Oh man, dude, those were dark days.
Yes, because he was in the fourth quarter. I think it was either third or fourth quarter. He still hadn't scored a point, and as soon as he finally scored his 2 points, within maybe a minute or two later, they had subbed him out.
Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened that particular night.
I agree with Luke. I do not believe Shai will be playing the fourth quarter tonight.
Hell, Shai might not have to play after the first half, given what might go down tonight between the Mavericks and the Thunder. Speaking of which, we'll go out to the American Airlines Center here in just a moment to welcome in our DLLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr., live from the AAC. But before we do that, let's help you win some money tonight when it comes to Prize Picks.
I am going all in on this game being extremely lopsided. So I'm taking Shai for less than 31.5 points. I think he's going to play less than 31.5 minutes.
I just told you he scored 33 points in 3 quarters the last time they played.
Okay. Yeah, I don't believe he's going to do that again.
Okay.
Jared McCain will pick up the slack, though. He's going to score more than 11.5 points. And A.J. Johnson is going to get a lot of run in this one. He is going to score more than 7.5 points. If my $5 lineup hits, that's $25 directly into my pocket. How about that?
Let's go.
If you want to play along, download Prize Picks today. Use promo code DLLS when submitting your first $5 lineup, and your account will be gifted $50 in free lineups to use anytime you like. They always run promos on there, too. It's a whole lot of fun. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Let's go out to the American Airlines Center and welcome in our DLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr. You can find him on X at Ron Knows Sports. Ron, what's going on?
Not much, fellas. The energy is pretty cool at the AAC Day, even though maybe fans know what to expect out of the game, but feels pretty warm in here.
Like it's like they need to turn the air on? Or like people are fired up?
Yeah. People are fired up. I'm just joking.
Nice. Nice.
We need to check this because I keep seeing multiple comments in the chat saying that Lou Dort is not in the starting lineup or he may not be playing. I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll have to check that because I've got a couple folks saying no Dort potentially in the Thunder lineup. We'll check that here in just a moment. Let's let you know, though, who's in and who's out for tonight's game. We start with the aforementioned Oklahoma City Thunder. J-Dub, Jalen Williams, he's out tonight, of course, still dealing with that right hamstring injury. A.J. Mitchell, one of the best value contracts in the league right now. He's out with both an abdominal strain and a left ankle sprain.
Lou Dort is starting, by the way. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Not sure what was going on with Lou Dort, but he's starting. Okay, there we go. Those are the two notables out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Meanwhile, for the Dallas Mavericks, yikes, man. Marvin Bagley, the third, will miss his second straight game with that neck sprain. Cooper Flagg will miss now his 7th straight game with the left midfoot sprain. Jason Kidd has already ruled him out for Tuesday night's game against the Charlotte Hornets and fellow Rookie of the Year candidate Con Knippel. Naji Marshall is out tonight. He's got a right finger contusion. Caleb Martin, he is available. He's got some low back soreness that he's going to be playing through tonight. PJ Washington is going to miss another game with that left ankle sprain. Musa Cisse, though, is available for the Mavericks. And the newest member, which we'll talk about more during our postgame show, John Polakidis is out for tonight.
The third player to wear number 1 for the Mavs this season.
D'Angelo Russell.
No,
wait, he wore number 5.
Jaden Hardy and Tyus Jones.
That's right. D'Angelo wore 5. So, yeah, Tyus Jones and Jaden Hardy. Wonder how he's doing. Your starting lineup. Shout out to Luke Byrne in the chat. Brandon Williams, Max Christie. You mind going back up for me real quick? Max Christie, Chris Middleton, Caleb Martin, Daniel Gafford. Your starting 5 for the Mavericks and the starting 5 for Oklahoma City. Yeah, pretty much all their guys. SGA, Casey Wallace, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. There you go. What did Jason Kidd have to say prior to tonight's game, Ron?
Yeah, well, I think two of the most interesting things. One was Jason Kidd talked about Ryan Nembhard's kind of journey to the standard contract, where they're looking for out of Ryan Nembhard. He said, we don't have to worry about how many games he has left. So that big thing, because like we're dealing with, Musa and also two other two-ways who only have so many games. Like Ryan Nembhard essentially wasn't playing, not because he wasn't good enough, because they were like counting his games until they could sign him. And then also Jason Kidd talked about Chris Middleton, choosing to stay in Dallas instead of, the buyout. That was something that I was interested in. And he replied with, it's great. Looking at Chris as a vet, he's already had some impact with us on and off the floor. For him to be able to stay is great.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that during our postgame show with not only our guy Ron Haraji, but also National NBA insider Mark Stein, as Chris Middleton has indicated through our Mark Stein's reporting that he intends to stay with the Dallas Mavericks for the rest of the season rather than pursuing a buyout to try to land with a playoff contender. So Chris Middleton will be around for the remainder of the season. The Mavericks also make some corresponding moves, releasing Tyus Jones and signing a couple of two-way guys today. So we'll talk more about that during our postgame show with both of our guys.
You won't want to miss it. Make sure you tune in.
I do want to give our guy Bobby Corella, we'll give him 20 seconds to take a victory lap, because you, sir, were pounding on the table draft night after draft night was over. Sign Ryan Nembhard to this team. I want the guy that led the NCAA in assists to be on this team. And damn it, the Mavericks signed him. He's made an impact and now has earned himself a standard deal with this team.
Absolutely. Tanner, can you ban the spam thing? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Ryan Nembhard, he got off to a great start, cooled off considerably. Granted, there's been a lot of change around the Mavs this season. But yeah, I mean, he earned the deal. Usually with these deals where it's I think Shams reported it's a 2-year deal. The Mavs said that it's a multi-year contract or whatever. Usually means the second year could be partial guarantee or maybe fully guaranteed. I guess we'll find out. Maybe Stein will know, or Ron, if you can find out, to let us know at some point. But yeah, he earned it. He absolutely earned it. I hope that they're able to find a spot for Cisse.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Ryan earlier in the season. I can't remember like where exactly you were, so I'll just use earlier. And just kind of about like the draft process, kind of just like how that goes is like a first year, somebody that's on the beat for the first time. And like he's a player that could have been drafted in the second round. Like him and his agents, I guess the Lift Sports agency, decided that they wanted to pick whichever team could get him essentially this standard contract and was a best fit for his career. Him and his team picked Dallas, and that paid off, yesterday when he got the, 2-year, standard contract. So this is what him and his team wanted, and it seems that was the right decision for Ryan Nembhard in his future.
And we are the Ryan Nembhard Show of record, because the very first interview that he did on any Mavericks podcast was this one right here.
Well, it was really over.
It was there. Yeah, it was like west,
so like west, so far west from here.
In fact, it was in Las Vegas, where we had the chance to have the first ever
at the Westgate Superbook.
That's right. Shout out to Westgate.
Oh my God, what a place!
And
what a place.
So I guess we could claim partial success of Ryan Nembhard, because he told us that very same thing, Ryan. Like he told us like draft night, like he wanted to have his opportunity to go somewhere, and he chose Dallas as the place.
Like the ripple effect, the butterfly effect of that interview is immeasurable. But like, what if he would have turned down the interview, or something would have come up, and then he just would have stunk it up in summer league and not even gotten a 2-way deal or gotten cut?
Well, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I know. The reality we live in, we can directly correlate his appearance on the DLLS Mavs podcast to him being on the real team now.
That's right. Exactly.
In fact, every single Mavericks player that has ever appeared on our podcast has gotten a contract within that season.
And it actually has balled out. Like Cooper Flagg's been on the program, balled out. Naji Marshall, career year.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Career year,
so,
balled out.
Now, those were interviews. I'm talking live show. I'm talking go the extra mile. Go the distance. Come on the program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If you want to get paid, you got to come on this show. All right? But they are having good seasons.
They're having amazing seasons. Yeah. Now, Dennis Smith Jr. We'll just leave that off to the side. It's fine.
Good dude, though.
Good dude, yeah. That was one of my favorite parts about training together. Like, he was so genuinely happy to be back in the Maverick uniform. Like, he was really fun to talk to. Obviously things didn't work out for him, but yeah, it was good to talk to DSJ back in the Mavericks uniform. Luke, are you guys doing a summer league trip again? TBD. Stay tuned. Let's take a look at our Mavericks player spotlight before we get out of here. I want to focus in on someone that's near and dear to Bobby Carrillo. So it's all about you tonight.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Close. Dwight Powell. The consummate professional Dwight Powell. 13 points, 11 rebounds in the game on Friday against the Memphis Grizzlies. One of only two Mavericks who had a plus-minus in the positive that night against Memphis, where he was a +3 in what was 22 minutes for him on the floor. The 34-year-old just continues to be the stay-ready vet that he is, and he is going to give you everything he's got every time he steps on the floor. Smart player, high IQ player, and yeah, he's just that dude. He's that dude. He's literally been through it all in a Maverick uniform. Like, he has seen the comings and goings of the best players here in this Mavericks uniform over the last 10, 12 years, and somehow Dwight Powell has stayed through all of it.
I love that guy.
All of it.
I love that guy.
He might be here when Cooper Flagg, raises a banner at some point, either as still playing or, in the team in some capacity. But Dwight Powell's that guy. So, yeah.
Hit me with the championship games.
What happened? Oh, they have a trivia. Oh, wow. The championship games has a trivia question for Bobby. Okay. Well, he gets that prepared.
Wow.
Anything else, Ron, that you gleaned from the pregame comments and availability?
Well, just based on the way Jason Kidd was talking about Ryan Nembhard, I think we could comfortably say that Ryan will be playing at least probably 20 minutes a game for probably the remainder of the season. Especially since he's had some time away from the the team. Now, he was playing for the G League team, but away from the from the Mavericks regular season squad. I think we'll see Ryan Nembhard essentially in every game from down the stretch. I think he'll play some solid minutes. He's one of the fewer young players on the team that sign past this season. I think that they want to see him improve, and I think he's a player that minutes on the court will just help him continue getting better and better. Especially without Flagg, they're going to just need some young legs out there.
Yeah, it's pretty much a full-on youth movement with what the Mavericks got going on for the rest of the year as they get ready for the NFL draft, the NBA draft later on in June.
They might be getting ready for the NFL draft too.
Probably.
So they're going to have a lot of time to kill.
They will.
Might as well grind some tape.
They will.
Hang out with Jeff and Vach and Brian Broaddus and all of them.
I would.
Now, obviously, Dennis Rodman wanted to wear number 69. Mark Cuban was shot down by then commish David Stern. So we had to settle for number 70. Tanner, give me that close-up. Give me that close-up, Tanner. Give me that close-up. Oh, yeah, give me that close-up. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if you can see it. But
yeah, you probably got to move the mic.
Oh, well, it's just so tiny.
There you go. He's showing the Dennis Rodman shirt.
I don't think that you can
now
see
your computer's in the way.
But yeah.
Jeez, it's fine.
I can see it.
Yeah, we saw it.
Or number 70.
Great rebound.
I'm not even sure he played 70 minutes with the Mavs, to be honest. He did not stay here very long.
You're the resident historian here, so you should know.
He played something like, I don't know. I think he played less than 10 games. I'm looking it up right now.
And you're damn right, Chris. You can go to the Western Conference
12
Finals,
games
with Dwight Powell. DeAndre Ayton wish he could play like Dwight Powell. Just saying.
He ended his career with the Mavs, which is such a odd.
It's random.
It's just such an odd note. His final game in the NBA, he played 35 minutes and 26 seconds. He had 15 boards. He took one shot.
What a guy.
Dennis Rodman he's the man, dude. He is just the man.
Marco, fear not. I see your comment. I really am not looking forward to Houston, Charlotte, OKC taking our lottery pick the next 3 summers.
Not going to happen.
After this year.
They can enjoy the number 30 pick in the draft 3 years in a row.
Oh, okay. The interesting one is Charlotte, though, because Charlotte all of a sudden has gotten pretty good, pretty quick. So interesting to see how they move forward here in the next couple of years because they got themselves a core.
They can take PJ back for the Mavs pick.
I think that
call it in, Donnie.
I think that might be a little redundancy with Charlotte because they kind of got a PJ type.
They can have it. They can. They'll be happy with it.
Damn, so you gonna send PJ back to Charlotte
or Naji? I don't know.
Damn, no,
dude. If you're bad enough, you need that pick back.
Maybe. I guess so. Yeah. Ron, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you post game.
See you, everybody.
Bye, Ron.
Peace. That'll do it for us here on the DLS Mavs pregame show. 384 minutes for Dennis Rodman.
I think he took like 14 shots.
Luke says that the Charlotte Hornets are a Daniel Gafford away. Oh, wow. Y'all just want to get every Maverick to the Charlotte Hornets. They got enough of them as it is between Josh Green and Grant Williams. And I feel like there's probably one more running around there, too. Who knows? Tanner, we appreciate you as always. Making us look good and sound good. Thank you, sir. That is our DLS Mavs analyst, Bobby Curla. I'm your host, Kevin Gray. We are DLS Mavs. We'll talk to you post-game right here on DLLS Sports after the Mavericks take on the Thunder. We'll be back here about 10, 12 minutes after the final buzzer tonight with our DLS Mavs beat writer, Ron Harrod Jr., and our National NBA insider, Mark Stein. We'll talk to you then. Y'all be good. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.